Howdy, howdy, everybody. Welcome back to another Goodwill Bins haul on my channel, Passion Theory. Ready to see what's in the bag and boxes? Let's find out. This was the only book I managed to rescue. The books at mine are like $2.30 for a hardback and $1.39 for a paperback, but the kids' books are 39 cents, and they counted this as a kid's book. Which it could be, or I think it was directed at like teens when it came out. It's a vintage book. It's part of a series, Mysteries of the Unknown. I actually read the whole series when I was a kid. But yeah, this one is Mysterious Creatures, and this is something I got for my witchy boxes. Most of the things I get at the bins are for my witchy boxes because I have so much backlog to list on eBay. But I have since almost run out of everything for my witchy boxes and needed to restock. So when I'm there, unless I see something that I think is going to do well or is going to be light or something like that, I don't really pick up anything. Occasionally I'll find something that I can't let them destroy, and I bring it home. But I do have a huge backlog of things to list on eBay and Etsy. But I needed to go to the bins to get some things for my witchy boxes. So I grabbed this. Alright, so this box is mostly full of my glasswares. I got about 20 pounds of glasswares this time. And the glasswares are like 69 cents a pound. And I paid like $11 for pretty much everything in this box, except for these. And then the other items is $2.29 a pound. Unless you go over 25 pounds, then it's $1.29 a pound. But I didn't go over, so this was $2.29 a pound. But all in all, for all the items, I paid about $38. So it's not the biggest deal. It probably comes down to 50 cents an item. I think I'll go through this bag first, and then we'll do the glassware. So I got this New with Tags Baby Bop from Barney. I mean, it'll probably sell for about $15, and I paid, it's not even half a pound. So probably 75 cents to $1 for it. So it'll make a good profit. It'll cost like nothing to ship. I grabbed these pillar candles because these are homemade beeswax candles. They had a whole like box and wrapper, but I didn't want to pay for them, and I'm going to be giving them out one at a time in witchy boxes anyway. So these are like hand dipped candles. So I probably paid about 10 cents a candle. I got this leaf ladle because I thought it was pretty awesome. And my witchy boxes aren't just things you use on your altar or something like that. It's make your whole house have a witchy feel. So I have a lot of kitchen witches that like things like, you know, leaf ladles and spoons and salt and pepper shakers and things like that that kind of do their whole house. This is a tarot type card that someone has decoupaged into this, and it could be used as a coaster or as art, and I saw that and grabbed it. These are elemental symbols. It is missing one, which is right here, but yeah, so like some of the triangles mean fire and water and such. It's like a 3 of the girls. I'm not sure why they don't have the last one on there. I got this old vintage needlepoint. I actually found 2 of them, but only one was in a frame. So I bought a frame as well. Since the frame had glass, it counted as glassware. This one didn't, since it didn't have glass, but I found a frame that fit the other one I found. And this will go in a witchy box as well. It's got the tea. I grabbed this tiny little trinket box. It's personalized on the bottom actually, but that's fine. Like, people are aware that in my witchy boxes, some of the things you get are personalized. And if it's sitting on your table or something, it's not like you can see that. So as long as the personalization isn't like somewhere glaring, like across the top here or something, most people are fine with it. And I do say, you know, in my description of my boxes, these things are thrifted items. That's why I can keep the costs down. Some things are a tiny bit damaged or old because they're vintage. Some of the things are, you know, personalized and things like that. I found this metal butterfly. And it looks like you could use these to hang it in your garden or however you want to display it. It did have these on the bottom, but one's missing, but you could do whatever you wanted there to fix it. I found a small pewter pitcher, which could be used on an altar. It also came with a bowl, so it was like a little set, like a pitcher and an ewer, very tiny one. And then I have 3 of these guys. I think they're mice. They're all different colors. They appear to be handmade. I don't know if I'm putting these in witchy boxes or if I'm going to look them up and see what the heck they are, learn more information about them. If I put them in witchy boxes, I would probably give them out as like cat toys or dog toys, most likely cat toys, or for kids. Because some of the people who get witchy boxes actually would like things for their pets or their kids. So here's the ewer for the pitcher. And here is another little mouse guy. I grab any kind of blank note cards that I find or thank you cards because I send my magic cards and small items in envelopes inside of these kinds of cards. These have little bow ties on them. So different patterns of bow ties, but you know, this cost me maybe 10 cents and it's cheaper than ordering note cards if I just rescue some. I picked up this very beautiful see-through rose top. Basically wear it over a cami or something like that. It is a larger size, which is good because actually a lot of my witchy boxes go out to people who are, it has mother of pearl buttons, who are larger size, so I do try to find as many of those as I can. Just because it's a lot harder for them to find clothing in their size that they like anyway. And then I have, like, being a larger size myself, I know that, like, when I get subscription boxes and stuff, I'm always wondering if they're gonna have anything in my size. And I put on there, like, I ask what your size is, and then I keep an eye out for those sizes. So I do have somebody already lined up for this item. Meaning that I already know whose box I'm going to put that in. And I always try to grab nice, large scarves and things like that. This one's a very large square one. And these are great altar cloths. They make like the best. You can wear it as a scarf or a shawl like it's supposed to be meant for, but they make the best altar cloths, and they're really easy to change with like the season or the mood. Like I could see this one being a really good one for like a full moon ritual or something, since it's got the silver and the blue and the black. So I actually got a pair of these shakers, and they're grinder shakers. And they're made in Italy. That's why I picked them up, and they're pewter. I actually got these to resell because I do happen to know that they perform pretty well for me. Like the pair will probably go for about 20. And then I got the last little mouse creature. This one's my favorite. And I love finding things like this that I gotta rescue. This is brand new, sealed. It has their website on it. So this was some other creator, small business, right? Who had somebody probably gifted it to them or something, and they didn't want it. And it got sent to Goodwill, and then I found it, and now I can put it in a witchy box, and I will definitely leave this label on, and then they can get some free advertising. That's awesome. So check them out if you need this kind of thing. There you go. So I found these natural bamboo pins. When these kind of things run out of ink, a lot of people just toss them, but you can actually unscrew this here, and you can put in a whole new ink thing, ink refill. Super easy. So do that and put these into some witchy boxes. I have a gavel, and you might be asking, why would I put a gavel in a witchy box? One of the ways you clear energy, like negative energy from a space where you're going to do a ritual, is by emitting sounds. Like some people ring a bell, but you can also hit a gavel, and it does kind of the same thing. Then I have this cute little Nomi creature who is an actual dog toy, small dog toy. So this guy will be going to some witchy person who has asked for an item for their small pet. The colors it's in and everything, it's got a very witchy vibe. I like it. It's like a little snow sprite guy. This is a little pack, brand new, of 10 little handmade cards. So that's going to be fun to throw into a witchy box. These are some vintage, I can't remember what this kind, cloisonne, sun and moon, those balls that make noises when you go like this. They are, like the enamel is coming off of them. They are old and vintage. However, I'm going to attempt to put these up on eBay first, just because the pattern is so old and they are so pretty. And if not, they will go into a witchy box set for people to display, because they still work for display purposes. Like that. You can't tell the enamel's coming off. Things like that. Then I've got this cute little garden bee. I have a book stand here, which is always good to have for your Book of Shadows or spell books or whatever you're working on, recipes. Another very nice spring type altar cloth / scarf. A pretty blue dress with roses on it. And a cute floral top. Alright, this is an actual handmade scarf, and I'm going to just give it as a scarf. But the colors are very nice in it. And then this is another altar cloth. These little dots that are on it reminded me of moon phases. So I really liked that about it. Now we get into the giant glass box. Since it's only 69 cents a pound, this little potion bottle cost me about 69 cents. And I happen to have a trick here. Notice how I don't have a top. For about $4 on eBay, you can get yourself an assortment of different size corks. I still am looking for an assortment that has a lot of larger size corks, but I think between these two bags, I should be able to find something that fits. I think probably this one. And I was right. This one fit. I only have 4 more of those. I really need to get some more. But there, bam. Awesome potion bottle for display in a window, to use for actual spells, potions, witch bottles, anything like that. This one's really good for a witch bottle because it has such a big base and opening at the top. This one here, you can see all the little micro bubbles inside. It is a vintage bottle, and it's hand done. Got a pommel mark on the bottom. This is for a type of old school liquor. I can't remember exactly what type of liquor, but it's Patron. But let's find a cork for it. Cork has been found. On to the next little potion bottle. I have a couple more potion bottles, but I have things that aren't potion bottles too. I have this vintage rose mug. Marked Germany. Have a glass cauldron. I know it was probably originally meant for salsa. However, these make excellent travel cauldrons. Specifically if you find them in metal. Because they're so much smaller. They're really good for like if you're going on a trip or something and you need a cauldron to go with you. They're the same shape and you can use them the same way. With glass, you can't really burn anything inside of it because it could crack, but you can still do water work with it. Oh, and I found 2 of those. Some of these I found multiples of. I found these vintage plates. This is a teacup plate. However, these small teacup plates, if you can't find the teacup, that's just fine. You can use these on your altar to like change the decor. Like this would be great for March, color green and gold. It's great for using for money magic and things like that. And you can put offerings or burn things on the plate. I have here another potion bottle. I really like the shape of this. It's like a hot air balloon almost. Let's find a cork for it. Perfect. One of my corks fits. I have here a clear carnival glass Christmas tree. Or Yule tree. Pretty much the same thing. So this would have to wait around Yule season for me to put in a box. The lighting on this is not doing it justice. It's got very, very pretty rainbow opalescence to it when the sun's hitting it, and my camera is just not picking it up, but it's beautiful. I will also look this up just to see if I can find it, because this might be something I actually just sell as is, but if it's not worth a ton, then it'll go in a witchy box. I grabbed this really cool mug. It's very witchy in the aesthetic. Here is the other needlepoint I did. I'll fix this and that I grabbed. Also very witchy with the mortar and pestle and the spices. And then this I made sure that it fits by fitting it into the back right here. So I know it will fit in just fine. And then whoever gets it also gets a frame for it. Got a nice big leaf tray that you can use for decor, for offerings, and great for the fall season. Got a fun little fairy lantern. Put a candle or a fake candle in there and hang them up. I used to call these fairy houses when I was a kid because I saw Hook and they used, or in Peter Pan, they use them to trap Tinkerbell and something like this. But I always think these are just the neatest things ever. And we have this beautiful potion bottle that I found. Just gorgeous. Let's find a cork for it. Oh my goodness. This one was kind of in between sizes. So that one works. But if you pushed too hard, it would go inside. But it has just enough that you can get it in and out. So it's like this one is the biggest in this bag. And then this next size up won't fit inside. So that's what we've got. But it works. I found this super duper awesome green glass like bell top for displays and things. You know, it goes over things. I might sell this as is. I'm not sure on the cost of these types of things, but if not, it'll go into one of my like more expensive witchy boxes because it's bigger. So like the $50 20 item box, it would go in one of those. And I found this cute little goblet, and I was unaware, but I believe, hang on. Oh, it's not doing it now. that it's crystal. It was making a really nice tone earlier. Let's see if I can get it. Hang on. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but typical glass doesn't really like the sound doesn't keep traveling like that, you know? It usually just goes clank, whereas this is the tones traveling, but it doesn't matter if it is or not. Regardless, it's going in a witchy box, so it's just gorgeous though. It'll make a great goblet. I found a nice glass ornament and a white pumpkin mug that will be great for around October for Samhain or Halloween, whichever you celebrate. I don't typically pick up these kinds of old plates, but this one had like such a witchy feel with the spindle and the bottle and the old door on it. And like this is supposed to look like old wood that I had to pick this one up for a offering plate. All right, this giant, beautiful blue glass pitcher, handmade glass pitcher. There's the pommel mark on the bottom. I could not leave this there to be smashed. It's gorgeous. If I had my own place, I would keep it, but we don't have the space where I live for it. So I'm going to try to sell this outright on eBay or Etsy. I'm not sure how much a big glass pitcher, handmade glass pitcher like this would go for. There was another one there that was a taller pitcher, and it was black, but it was broken. And I couldn't see this one also being destroyed. I had to take it. Like I said, if it doesn't sell for very much, I'll probably put this in a $50 witchy box. So like if this only sells for like $10 to $15, I wouldn't bother because the shipping on this is going to be ridiculous because it's heavy. So I would just put it in a witchy box. Since I ship those flat rate, I can put whatever size I want or whatever weight I want in there. All right, we are on our last couple things. This is a Tulip Egg Cup. I have found 5 of these. These are also really good for displaying like rock specimens. If you have large egg-shaped rocks or stones or round ones, spheres, these are great for that. Or you can, use them as egg cups in your kitchen. And with the tulip design, they're really great for spring. All right, last 2 items. I found this cool dragon vase. I mean, you could also probably use it in a fish tank and have your fish, like, as a fish hide. But it's a vase. This is one of those things I'm going to put up, look it up and see if it's worth anything. And then if it's not, it goes into a large witchy box. And this was the last item I got because it has glass. It counts as a Glassware's item. And this is a hand-done drawing. It's really hard to see, but it is I don't know if it's an original or a print, but it's from 1972. Oh, it's a print, which is fine, but I wanted to look it up because I don't like art. I don't like art to go, especially vintage art. I don't like to be thrown away. So I will put this up and look it up and see if it's worth anything. If not, I will, find somebody who would like it somewhere else. Whether it's a friend or a family member. I wouldn't really put this in a witchy box. I might donate it to native tribe museums and things like that. But yeah. All right. That's everything I have this time. All right, guys. What was your favorite item, huh? Guys, have a wonderful day. Cleaning video next week because I'm getting my tripod this weekend. And that's about all. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.